selling all that shit ain't selling all. Hmm. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I'm reading the Think with Bookmap chat. I'm reading the chat right now. I see people talking about they believe that the market is going to sell off today. Historically, On low liquidity days, the market has not sold off. I've yet to see that happen. Not saying that it doesn't. Historically, we usually grind to the upside. We don't grind to the downside. What usually happens is that the market will tend to grind up, and when everybody gets back to their desk tomorrow, then we can look for a short as the market rebalances, and then the market will trade regularly. But what I expect today is either a range or the market to grind higher, and for market participant to get back to their desk tomorrow and then short this market. Good morning, Tommy. Good morning. So if the markets is open, we will trade. We will trade. But let's look at the hourly chart real quick on both instruments. You can see that the market, ever since it's opened, we've had what, two red hourly candles to start the session off, but I mean, it's been mostly green. The market is grinding up as I expected. I don't expect nothing too crazy, but if we get at these highs, it's highly likely that we will run them. It's highly likely we'll run these highs, and it's highly likely that we could see 300 if we do run these highs. And that will kind of fit the narrative that I already have in mind, that if we do run these highs, we get to the 300 to 320, those psychological levels, and price hangs out there. We can definitely see a dump at 300, especially we can see a dump at 320 if price just straight up trades into this area. So this is what I'm going to be looking for on the Nasdaq. The ES has definitely been trading better than the Nasdaq. And as we talked about in last night's NA meeting, I thought that it was going to bring it back to at least 54, 55, but I guess 59 was quite all right for these regarded bulls. They didn't want a decent pullback back into this range. They said, nah, 59 is good enough. And they're pumping it. And the ES has already broken above its highs and already has price acceptance above this highs. So you can see that the market has already give me a second. I don't know why this freaking thing did that just now. All right, so you can see that the market has already. Is there something in this damn thing? Okay. All right, so you see that the market is broken out. We have a retest, and now the market is making a move to the upside. And I expect for a price to continue to grind up higher on the ES. Like I've stated before, that 80 level, because we've already passed the 60 level, that next level is that 70 to 80 level that the market likes to get up to and then dump at. I expect for the market to get up to that 80 level, to reject somewhere around there. And we'll probably come back and we'll retest in this area right here if we get that. And then either the market is going to go to either the upside off of that retest or the downside from that retest. So that's what I'm going to be looking for this after or for today. Good morning, everybody, and happy Juneteenth. Good morning. Good morning. But we'll see. I mean, the day's so early. We do have some housing news, I believe, at 9 o'clock, which honestly, I don't think is a nothing burger. We will at least stream for about an hour, an hour, 30 minutes. If the market is going to only chop 2 points or 3 points in one direction, then at least we tried, at least we showed up, and we'll just come back stronger tomorrow. So we'll at least stream until 9:30. If we don't see any price movement until then we'll just end the stream around that time, 9:30, 10 o'clock. If the market chooses not to trade. But Let's actually look at the volume. I mean, you don't need this to see that there's no volume in the market right now, but let's see. I hate that it does it on this one. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can just move that. Let me see if I can move that because I hate that it's here. Whatever, dude. Okay, so obviously we're trading with relatively low volume, relatively low volume. We should be trading at 200K. We're not even trading at 100K. So don't oversize, obviously. There will be a lot of chop. There will be a lot of fake outs. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting in any position. I do see that there is 56% of people short on the ES right now. And I was just telling Smith about this earlier. I showed him, or I sent him a meme of me fighting myself from shorting a bullish market. I know people are shorting this right now. I know people are shorting this. This is a classic pop, drop, double top into a failure here on the ES. So when I saw that 56% of traders was trying to short this, it wasn't surprising. However, one thing to know about shorts, and this is why I love being a bear versus being a bull. The one thing that you need to look out for is if you don't get immediate rejection, your shorts are usually not right, especially when you're on the third leg of it. If this was a real short, we would have got a crash by now. But because it's not dropping, that means that price is planning on trading higher. So it's more likely for price to break these highs versus trade back into this range. Now we may get it. They may get it, but it's highly unlikely in my opinion. But this is a great risk reward short. And I mean, if you get in now at 65, you have a 3-point stop loss above these highs. Why not? It's great risk reward here. But like I said, I wouldn't take it, especially if you look at the DOM. You see all these people preparing to buy here on the ES. So even if the shorts are successful, we got a bunch of buyers really ready to absorb any bearish price action for a move higher. Good morning, be for real. Good morning. Nasdaq got a drop though, somewhat. But now, if I'm going to be a regarded bull, you know what? You know what? I do want to see what happens on this one. Actually, I do want to see what happens. I want to see what happens, but I'm not going to take real risk on this trade, unfortunately. So I'm gonna get into my sim account, and I'm actually going to take this long. The reason why I want to take it long here, what I want to see is if the 21 and VWAP is going to hold this. That's what I want to see. Because here on the Nasdaq, we got a breakout of this high. We got price acceptance above it. And now it's trying to retest this high to go higher, or this that breakout to go higher. So I'm going to take this trade in my sim account. I want to see what happens. I'm going to put my stop underneath this low. And I want to see what happens with this trade. Yeah, I want to see what happens. Actually, that's a lot of risk. I'll actually I'll stop right there. But I know a lot of people. So I was online yesterday, and I was in a lot of forums just reading people's experience yesterday trading. I know a lot of people were saying that they blew a lot of their, or a lot of people blew their accounts yesterday because they got caught up in this price action. Um, how do I stop about this? So, hmm, I think okay. So let me see what a clean chart would look like. A clean chart. I guess if you don't have your charts marked up, let me actually turn this off on this one. If you don't have your charts marked up on this, I guess it's kind of, I guess it is kind of easy to kind of get caught up in all this price action because this is a higher time frame chart. Even though that the momentum was bearish, even though the momentum was bearish, once we got that two-legged pullback into the support area, or crap, once we got this two-legged pullback into the support area, you can kind of see it right there. Even though we kind of missed it this long. I won't say that it was obvious, but it was just a highly probable long. The reason why I say that is because kind of going back what we talked about yesterday. We'll go to the smaller time frame with the Nasdaq. Kind of like what we was talking about yesterday. You can see that the bulls held up this area of support about 7 times. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you can count this kind of as a 6th time. 5 to 6 times holding up this area of support. Once we got this breakout lower and the bears failed to trade back into this range, that's what kind of gave me the confidence that we was going to go back up and trade into this range. Because normally, and this is why I'm starting to move away from bearish price action, because I mean, even though we called this short out at the beginning of yesterday's stream, dealing with this short would have been very stressful. And this breakout right here probably caught a lot of people off guard. That short right there caught a lot of people off guard because normally when we get a break of structure, we get a continuation. That means that price is no longer accepted here and that price should continue downward. And I'm pretty sure that was the reason why a lot of people got caught. But once price traded back into this range and we got acceptance above it, I'm pretty sure a lot of people scaled in. And you can actually look at it on the charts and see that people they doubled down on their shorts. They doubled down on their shorts. They got the short here, but if they thought that they was going to get a double bottom, which honestly they should have, and normal bearish price action, and they didn't close their position, they got caught up. And you can kind of see it too in the price action if you really look at it. Look at the people that got this short down. They got this massive short down, and being a bear myself, I know the psychology that a bear goes through. You get this massive short down, you're angry because you didn't take profit right here. So you're thinking that, man, with all this bearish momentum, oh, it was just a It was just, I guess, a squeeze higher. We can definitely get at least a double bottom here at this low. So I'm pretty sure a lot of bears held this, even though this was like a 70-point move to the downside. And you can see people held it because look how many times people tried to sell this move back down before we got this stop run higher. Look at all these stops above these highs. You got once, three, two, three, four, five times the bears tried to sell, and their stops got used as fuel to push this market higher. It's hard out here being a bear, man. It's definitely hard out here being a bear. And even though this stressful short worked out, I think from top to bottom, 270 to about 120, I think it's like a 150-point move if I'm doing my math correctly. Let's just make sure I'm doing it right. It's like what? 270 minus 127. Yeah, it's about a 143-point move, 143-point move to the downside from top to bottom. And it took the bears. Look at the hourly chart from yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles. 5 red candles, 5 hours of selling just for the bears to take out half of that in 3 hours. Crazy. Crazy how bullish this market is right now. That's why when it comes to bearish price action, I just don't know. I just would rather stick to the bull side from now on until the bears actually begin to show up. So, but we will see. We will see what happens. I mean, if you got this short at open, man, you got this short at the open, or not this short, the long at the open. So I wonder if our boy Smith is going to. Hmm. There's definitely a lot of volume here at this 235, 233 level. Hmm. Hey, Waldem. Yeah. Well, we got to remember that the market is trading on relatively low volume at the moment. Now, I'm not saying that anybody is wrong, that this does look like a great short. However, the bears just have not been following through. They try to short, but they don't follow through. So, the one days that I would definitely never ever short are days where it's low liquidity. Low liquidity days have shown that the market likes to grind to the upside. It just likes to grind higher. I have yet to see a day where the market shorts on a low liquidity day. Or let me rephrase that, a low liquidity holiday. And I wouldn't really consider myself a pro trader either. I like to use the word a practicing trader. Always trying to learn something. I don't like to use words like pro because we have to remember that um, words can be very what's the word, empowering and very damaging. If you call yourself a pro, a professional, that tells your mind that you no longer need to learn anything about what you're a pro in, and your brain shuts off and stops taking in information about any field that you call yourself a master or pro in. If you look at all the karate movies, you see that they call them masters. And what are those masters doing? They're on mountaintops because they gave up. There's nothing else to learn, and they gave up. I like to use the word that, well, a word that we can all use is that we're practicing traders. We practice, we come in, we trade, and we do our best so we can always learn and take in information. Mm. There's no problem, man. It's, feel free to speak your mind. This is a environment where anybody can say whatever they, well, not necessarily say what you want to say, but you can speak, ask questions. There's really no need for formalities, honestly. But I guess since the markets is slow, uh, I do plan on doing a lot more with the channel. My load has lessened, and my other ventures, so I'm gonna put more effort and more focus with these streams because I mean, obviously, this is more of a hobby than anything, but I'm gonna definitely start doing some more things in terms of the stream. I guess I will share this with you guys. I've shared on multiple occasions, and I will continue to share. My mindset when it comes to trading. Some of the things that I go through internally, just so it can help people that are going through the same thing, so you can know that you're not alone. I mean, at the end of the day, we all trade, we all go through the same emotions. So believing that you're the only person that's going through something, I mean, even though it's the craziest thing in the world to say and believe, unfortunately, the human experience wants to believe that. Everybody wants to be unique in how they feel about something, and that's just not the case. And what's helped me out is when people actually come out and just say, you know what, this is what I was feeling. Even though I felt this way, I didn't allow that to stop me from succeeding. And that's something that I want to pass on to other people. Um, mm. But obviously, I don't like losing. That's why you will rarely see me lose in a trade. However, what I've come to realize, and it's going to be very hard for me to say, so please bear with me, because like I said, I don't use certain language, I don't use certain words. However, it's become very apparent that because I don't want to take risk, that in some situations it'll hold me back, or I'll hold myself back because I don't want to take certain risk. If I see a good trade, but if it doesn't fit what I want, then I won't take it. just for the market to not only go in the direction that I knew it was going to go into, but it will always exceed expectations and go further. And I'll look back on that trade and be like, damn, I should have took it. Like I think a good example was yesterday. A good example was yesterday. So I forgot what time. I think it was around like 10 o'clock, 10:30 or something like that. Because I know it wasn't at the open. I think it was around here. Yeah. Because yesterday I had an opportunity to take a long on the ES when I saw it set up. But I thought that it was going to only retest this high right here for 10 points. It was going to be a 10-point trade, and I didn't want it. I didn't want to take the 10 points because I like looking for 15 to 20 points when I trade the ES. I don't like getting 10 points on the ES, especially that I trade micros. I mean, I need to have the most room so my risk reward can be at least 15 to 20 points on the ES every time I trade. However, I didn't expect the market to really trade up here. Now, if I did take this trade, it did drop exactly where I thought it was going to drop at this 10-point mark. And if I was watching this trade would probably piss me off because I think it went back to my break even. However, from here, this was like what? That was like 10 points, 14, about a 17-point play that I passed up on because initially I didn't want to take the risk for the 10 points. I was like, I don't want 10 points, but it exceeded my expectation. And I could have had a 17-point trade if I stayed in. So stuff like that. And stuff like that holds me back. Or I allow stuff like this to hold me back. And I want to change that. But there's that conflict of I don't want to take trades that have too much risk on it, but at the same time, these type of trades only presents itself here and there. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that moving forward, I'm not going to be trading crazy, obviously. However, I will be. Hold on, did I just delete a chart? Okay. However, I will start taking more trades in terms of let's see what happens. Because yesterday, this double top right here could have been an opportunity just for an opportunity short. I didn't take it short because I didn't expect it to work. But if I did take this short at a double top, and I think this is to be more clear, like taking chances at double tops and double bottoms and stuff like that versus looking at it saying that and trying to see if well it may work, it may not work. If I see an opportunity for a double bottom or a double top or a range breakout retest, those are the type of trades that I want to start adding to my arsenal versus only taking like 20 points, 100-point trades and stuff like that. So that is definitely the goal. Yes, can. And so you said just can learn for Man, to be a profitable trader. Yes, me and my trading partner are very profitable. Uh, and I guess another thing I'm gonna start doing now is that honestly, I haven't been trading in none of my PA accounts. Honestly, I don't really want to. Not necessarily because I can't, obviously, because we're still profitable on this channel in our evals. However, when I get into my PA accounts, I'm not in teach mode. I'm in now we gotta get this money mode. And that's not what I want right now. However, I have come to the conclusion that at this point, it's time to actually start doing that. It's time to really start focusing on in the PA accounts, but still doing what I want to do in terms of being an instructor, teaching this stuff to other traders that wants to be profitable. I think every trader wants to be profitable, but it's that transfer of knowledge. Because I mean, at this point, if you don't trust me or my trading partner, I mean, there's really nothing that we can do. I mean, we do stuff on this channel that I don't see any other YouTubers doing at this point. We plan out our trades, we draw out these ranges. I mean, they're damn near perfect. We take good trades. Obviously, when the price action is erratic and chaotic, obviously those days can be challenging. However, we call out trades before it happens. We set our limits. We let the market come to us. We get 50 plus points. I think yesterday, from the play I had yesterday, I think the apex of it was, I think it was what, 70 points. So I was in around like 42 or something like that. 40. So it was like almost a 100-point play from yesterday. I had a runner. Obviously, it didn't get hit yesterday, but it's pretty obvious that me and my trading partner knows exactly what we're doing when it comes to this, when the charts and trading. So, and then once Smith gets back, we're definitely going to take off. Definitely going to take off. I'm just going to use this time while he's away to really sharpen the sword, really get intimate with these charts, be able to transfer what I know to other people. And really solidify our channels and our reputation in this space. Hmm. Yeah, the way that this is, yeah, wait, this is chopping. So this is kind of what I expect overnight. This is what I kind of expect. I expect that we're going to get a range breakout, or if we're going to get a breakout to the upside. If we don't get it before the end of this of today's session, the way it's looking, we're getting a breakout. We're going to get a breakout of this range. The bears will try to sell it here. Unfortunately, the bears would be completely wrong to sell it here. They will be completely wrong to sell it here. But they will try. I think that we can get all the way up to 320, possibly by the end of this week. We can definitely see 320. because I don't think the market is going down anytime soon. Actually, let's look at the higher time frame chart. Uh, you got your range right here. Range rotation, I don't. Rotation. Yeah, and I said something about this yesterday, but like I said, it doesn't sound right to me. But I'm not tracking this data, so apparently now the job numbers are going to be more important because the STEMIs now, apparently all the STEMI checks that was issued are now officially been spent. I don't know who the hell was. I mean, shit. It wasn't a lot of money, and the people that did got a lot of money, they had big families, and I would find it hard to believe that that small ass check that people got, that was able to hold out on that for 4 years. But like I said, I'm not tracking this data, so I don't know. It don't sound right, but um, they're saying now the job market is going to be very. They're going to keep their eyes on it now because now, since all the money is gone, people need to go back to work, and that can play a role now. Like I said, that information sounds very far fetched. However, if that's true, well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It does not matter if it's true or not. We have to think of the market like how like middle school. How a rumor gets started in middle school, how it starts as one thing and it turns to another. If the market believes that this is what the Fed is looking at, if the market believes that, oh shit, the STEMIs are gone, that means people are going to get back into the job market, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter what the fuck you think. It matters what the market thinks. And if the market believes that, well, shit, the market's going to pump or dump off that information. Is there's nothing you can do about it except either trade with the charts or with the market, or be mad because you became a liquidity donation to the market. I mean, it's really just that simple. It's really just that simple. The market does not move based on how you feel it should move. And as a stubborn bear, I've learned that lesson multiple times the hard way. I've learned that lesson. The market's pumping. Even though I want to short this damn thing, it's not going to short unless it shorts. I mean, it's that simple. So if the market believes that to be true, then that's the information that we have to go on, and we will see if the market is going to react to the jobless claims tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time. Because honestly, at this point, I think the market is just looking for an excuse to do what it wants to do in the first place. Pump. It's just trying to find an excuse to do that, justification to do so. And you know it's bad if we didn't get no damn 9 o'clock algo push or dump or pump. Yeah, yeah. So uh, that's what the market believes. If that's what the market sentiment is, we just shut the fuck up and color at this point. Oh, what? Hey, if y'all believe all the money's gone, okay, well, the money's gone then. I guess that's what we're doing now. The money's gone. Let's pump off that. Um, yeah, yeah, we could see that. We can definitely see that. I mean, look at these candles, man. That's why it's so hard being a bear. It is so hard. Look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. Look at the bears trying to short this thing, and the bulls are just buying this thing as it tries to go down. Man, it's hard being a bear out here, man. Hard. Yeah. Uh, well, yeah. I was just kind of thinking about what I was talking about earlier. I really don't allow myself to fail. I don't allow myself to fail. I don't give up. And I'm coming to the not a conclusion, but um, because I don't allow myself to fail or take unnecessary risk, there's a lot of things that, like I said, I hold myself back of. That's why I'm start using the let's see what happened account. I mean, today I'm doing it in the sim, but usually because it's in the sim, I'm not really paying attention to this trade, and that's why when I say I have a let's see what happened account, I use a real account, and I want to see what happens because I'm more focused and I'm paying attention. But because this is in the sim, I'm not really paying attention to this trade for real, or I'm not emotionally connected to this trade because it's in the sim. I'm not risking anything, so there's no real emotions in this trade. That's why I started my I want to see what happens account. And I'm going to start using that I want to see what happens account on stream to kind of showcase those ideas that you tell yourself that it's not going to work, is not going to work. Then it begins to work. You get angry at yourself because it's working. You try to chase the trade because you're emotionally caught up into it now. And by the time you get into the trade, that's when the market is about to pull back and it just becomes a tilt roller coaster from then on. Usually I do my let's see what happens off stream because, like I said, those aren't trades that I would usually take, and I don't want to showcase trades like that. However, I will start doing those on stream now. I will start doing that. And I think that will be a great learning experience, not only for you guys, but also for myself. And I am thinking about possibly having one account for just longs and another account for just shorts and just tracking both accounts and seeing. I probably will do that. Like have one account where I just only take shorts, one account where I only take longs, track that, see the performance in both of them. And so we're not taking both longs and shorts in one account because that's another situation now you'll hold yourself back because you don't want to be wrong and you don't want to take the trade. And then when it begins to work, like a trade like this, I knew that we was going to get to at least 230. And that's why I have my target like 2 ticks above that or before that. And then we got this massive drop. Now, anybody that missed this long and saw all this bullish momentum probably would have missed out on this short. And when they saw that this short was working, they probably got in short right here. And I usually see that a lot. A lot of people like the short when price trades back into a range for some reason. I see that a lot when I watch other people trade. Instead of shorting highs, they like to short in the range or underneath the range. And I see a lot of people do that, and then they get caught up in this. But a good rule of thumb is if you see price consolidation, you shouldn't even be trading in this area at all. You shouldn't be trading here, or you shouldn't be starting a trade here in an area of balance. You want to trade, obviously, from expansion from this range. That's where you want to start your trades. Yeah, and True Notes. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to no longer trade on Top Step X. When I'm trading on Top Step X, I'm looking at my higher time frame NinjaTrader chart, and this is what I'm always looking at right here. So when y'all see me look off to the side, I'm looking at this. NinjaTrader 8 is definitely, in my opinion, the best trading platform for futures. You're not going to get this type of information or this capability on any other platform. I haven't seen it. Or actually, let me rephrase that. I haven't cared to look. Trade of 8 is decent, but it's not like this. I have drawings on this thing that dates back 5 years that are still on my charts. I have my drawings projecting into next year on some of my charts. I will always trade on NinjaTrader 8. I don't think there's a platform that can replace NinjaTrader 8. Like, you see all my drawings? I've had this on my charts for like 4 or 5 years, or a couple of years now, and it's still here. I don't have to worry about it not being here when I open up the application. The one thing that was kind of pissed me off about Top Step X is that all my drawings would disappear when the page reload, unless I locked them. Are you referring to about with NinjaTrader 8? That's a tutor on NinjaTrader 8? But like I said, this is the stuff that I'm looking at when I'm trading. And NinjaTrader 8 offers a lot of information. And this is the volume profile information. So the way I have it set up, I mean, I can kind of do a quick walkthrough with it right now. I have the lifetime license with NinjaTrader 8 that unlocks the order flow. That unlocks the order flow volume profile and the order flow VWAP. And basically all I have on this chart is the day's high and today's low. This area right here is the value area low and the value area high. So this lets me know where majority of the transactions are happening. This what is it called? Whatever the purple line. This is the point of control. And this is last week's close. This little dot line right here is last week's close. You can see that I don't use any indicators except for the 21 EMA, the 50 EMA, VWAP, and 200. I don't have anything else on my charts except these indicators right here. I've learned that all that other bullshit is just bullshit. It works sometimes, but just pure price action works all the time. That's why they always say price action is king. And I've learned this from people that's been in this game, that's been doing this before the internet, that's been doing this where they have to print out their charts and the charts are like from last month or something like that. So if price action was working then, price action is still working now. That's what I focus on. I've done away with all that RSI, whatever bands. This, like, I'm not saying that it don't work, but at the same time, if it only works sometimes, then I don't need to focus on stuff like that. Price action works all the time. That's when I'm going to trade. And that's why I always get consistent results because I use a consistent strategy with price action. Now, that's why news days are usually my worst days because of the erratic price action. I'm learning to adjust to news days, but at least for me, it's hard to, or it's not hard, it's challenging to adjust like that because I'll just have a one losing day, but I can easily get that money back once the market stops being irrational due to news. I have gotten better with not shorting rallies like this. I've gotten better with it, but obviously there's still more work that I need to do. There's obviously still more work because I was trying to short this morning, but I had to remind myself that it wasn't going to work. I just had to remind myself that a short is not going to work today. So he said all your drawings are safe on Top Step X. Yeah, for some reason, and I'll get back to your question. So for some reason, if I don't lock none of my drawings on Top Step X, when I reload the page, it disappears and it just pisses me off. All right, so let's see if it will work. Actually, I think I might have messed up. Shit. I might have messed up. Give me a second. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay. And it's always doing something stupid, man. It's always doing this. Like, why is it doing this? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so it's always doing something stupid, but yeah, it don't. Like it doesn't. And that's why I just kind of refuse to continue to trade. What I do like on Top Step X is their DOM though. I like how simple this is. I love their DOM. And that's why I have this in combination with my NinjaTrader chart. I do like to look at the tilt to see if I'm on the opposite side of everybody else. I do like that. But yeah. But yeah, Alfred. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. Like I said, it's just that let's see what happens. It gives me an opportunity to fail so I can learn. And I'm starting to see why they say that perfection is the enemy to progression. And I am a big perfectionist. I'm pretty sure that's not obvious to tell. I don't like failing. Failing to me is unacceptable. Like it's like one of the things in life that I just came into this world and being a failure, it has just been something that's been always unacceptable to me. However, failure is the steps to success. So I'm not saying that I have not failed in life. Obviously, there were times. Obviously, I failed, but if I get past a certain point of understanding, and I can understand why certain things can happen. Obviously, there's going to be anomalies. Obviously. But once I get a working knowledge of something, failure past that is just unacceptable. It's unacceptable to me. But that same mindset has been holding me back. I can do better. I can be better. So That's why I'm just going to start doing that from now on. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. I don't like it. However, I'm gonna still do it, even though I don't like it. I'm gonna still do it. Um, no, actually, they haven't given it to me. I mean, I guess I was one of the first people that they offered Top Step X to. I still got that same account. Like I said, I'm not gonna ever activate that 50K account. I'm always use that for gambling. So I still got that same account that they gave to the beta testers, and I think that's probably the reason why I don't have a practice account. I'm just gonna make that assumption. But at the same time, I don't necessarily need the practice account either. So looks like the Bears came in. We got a little dump on the ES. And so it took, so if anybody was in this short on the ES from the top 67, price only dropped $6 from the ties, from its highs. Oh, I have to activate the practice account? That's crazy. I'm surprised they don't do that for you. But I'll look into that. Actually, we'll see. I'll look into that. But like I said before, the practice account to me, I mean, you can practice the setups, but if there's no emotions involved, then I feel that you're cheating yourself. There's no emotions involved. If you look at Top Steps forum, you can see it as clear as day. I made all this money in the practice account. I made all this money. And as soon as I get into the XFA, I blow up. What's the difference? The difference is that the money in the XFA means more to you than that sim money. Even though it's all sim money. Even though it's all sim money, people are not emotionally connected to their trades while in the sim. Trading is easy. I mean, like I said, all you gotta do is sell the tops and buy the bottoms. I mean, it's just that easy. But you gotta ask yourself, what prevents you from doing that? What makes you think, or what compels you to buy in the middle of the chart? Or let me rephrase that. Kind of using this short example as an example. What will make somebody get comfortable shorting right here versus taking the opportunity to short at what could possibly be the high? You'll take this shit in the sim, but you see all this bullish momentum, you'd be like, oh shit, I don't know about that short. I don't know about that short. I don't know if I want to take it. I don't know if I want to take it. And then it gets down here, and then you're 20 contracts deep in the middle of the chart. And they get stopped out and like, damn, what the hell happened? You shorted in the middle of the chart. And I see that play out so often. I read about it in the forums a lot. It's that emotions that's going to make you do that. It's the human nature to right wrongs is going to make you do that. Because you told yourself to short it up here. Let's just be honest. You said short this. Is a short. No, I don't want to short it. It's because of the bullish momentum, the bears this and the blah, 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 blah. You said that to yourself. And when you saw this drop, you probably called yourself stupid. You probably called yourself a name. It's like, you motherfucker, you should have shorted it. I told you so. And it's human nature for us to right wrongs. It's in our nature to do that shit. So what do? We're going to chase it. And not only are we going to chase this, we're going to over leverage because we didn't get this great opportunity to short it up here. And the market knows that. The market knows, let me rephrase that. The people that designed this market, that engineered these algorithms, know that. They know that you're up 20 contracts right here to right this wrong right here. They know that. That's why they'll dump it, get you comfortable, and then they'll pump it. And then once you're back and break even with 20 contracts, you're not going to close this position. You're going to hope. You're going to hope that it's going to go in your direction. Even though your better judgment is going to tell you, oh man, just close it. Come on, we were wrong. You're going to tell yourself, nah. You're going to see some shit on the chart. You're going to say like, oh, we got this drop. We can at least get a double bottom. We can at least get it, but we all know what happens after that. You're in that emotional chaos. You're not thinking logically. You're not thinking straight, and price begins to grind until eventually you're blown up. You're blown up at that point, and that's when the market wants to dump into a double bottom. So it's just the emotions that's going to get everybody in trouble. And if you can kind of control and maintain your emotions, that's what's going to get. That's when you're going to start seeing the results in the market. And true notes, kind of going back to your question, I was talking about that in yesterday's stream. You have to be okay with price hitting your stop, even if you're in profit. It's unlikely for that to happen once the market starts to trade in one direction. But once you see profits, your mind is automatically going to tell you to take it because it doesn't want to lose it. And unfortunately, the people that design this market knows that as well. That's why you'll see moves back to your break even almost before you actually get the real move. You just have to mentally and emotionally prepare yourself and tell yourself that if you have a good thesis, if you're in at a good area and price is highly likely to retest the high or at least trade back into a range, you have to hold your position until it gets there. You have to remind yourself that the market will always get to its intended target. Even though this started out at 8 o'clock, it didn't get to its target until about 12. The only thing that stopped you from holding it from here and taking profit here is obviously impatience, fear of losing what you got. Because let's be honest, if you was in this move up right here and you got price coming all the way back down to your break even, that right here will send people tilt. And honestly, what usually happens in a situation like this is that they'll flip from being long to short. So not only did you not take profits here looking for this, you'll flip short most of the time and still be wrong just for it to hit your target. So it's just stuff like that. Yes, the market will always get there. Always get there. All right, so let's see what happens with this trade. Let's see. Yo, congratulations on that, Tommy. Congratulations on that short. Congratulations on that short. But Smith, I guess if you could join the chat, you could join in. But yeah, like yesterday, like I said, man, it's just one of those things where you just have to, when you do your back testing and you kind of journal your emotions and then you kind of annotate, okay, around this time, this is how I felt. I was in this trade, blah, 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 blah. And this is what happened. Yeah, I've been in a situation so often, and I don't want to use the word hate because I don't ever hate myself, but I just hate my performance. I hate execution. And I've been in a situation where, I tell myself that no, this is going to happen, this is not going to happen, blah 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 blah, and then you give in to those emotions. You get that relief because let's just be honest, that's all your body wants to do. It just wants to be relieved of that pain from fear. That's all it wants. And it will do anything. It will lie to you. It will mislead you. You'll begin to hallucinate. It just wants to be alleviated from that pain. That's all it wants. And once you get that relief, then all of a sudden you start seeing the market clearly. You're no longer emotionally hijacked. And just for the market to hit your target, and then you begin to hate your execution. You'd be like, damn, why the fuck did why did I convince myself that this wasn't going to work? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why? So because of that, that's why I get stubborn. That's why I've gotten stubborn, because I'll endure the pain. You have to become comfortable with the pain. And if you step into your fear, if you step into the things that you're afraid of, like, or not necessarily you are afraid of, but as humans, collector gatherers by nature, we collect things. But if we have an innate fear of losing those things that we collect, we have an innate fear of that. And you can say that that's a caveman mentality, but think about this. We have people in a first world country that collect stamps, that has collectibles like Dragon Ball Z figures, stuff like that, shells. People love to collect. If you were to go into somebody's home and damage their collection, no matter how irrelevant you think it is to you, that person damn near will literally almost kill you because of that innate instinct to collect and hoard. And if we lose that, we naturally go into an emotional state. Naturally, as human beings, we naturally do that. So when we lose money, or when price comes back to our break even, that's almost equivalent to losing what you collected, because you had all this profit and you didn't allow it to, but price came back to your break even. And that's equivalent to losing everything that you collected. And the people go into an emotional state because of that. Hey, what's up, man?
Bro, this thing missed my TP by 2 ticks. Oh my gosh. I stepped away from my computer. Oh my goodness. I was in the short.
Shit, I'm surprised that you shorted this market, dude. I'm surprised.
I mean, I saw the setup and I was just like, I gotta take.
Yeah.
The bear in me has.
Like I said, I fought it too. When I sent you that meme, that was me putting on the short, and that was me saying, nah, this is not going to work. It's not going to. If I'm going to scalp this, then yeah. But this is not going to work. The market is going up. It is going up. But dude, like I said, man, I wouldn't trust this. I would not trust this. I wouldn't trust it.
2 ticks, man. And what sucks is, so I did set it 1 trail for half my position. I'm still in. I'm about to close it.
You know how they treat bears in this market. You already know how they treat us. There ain't no love for bears in these streets no more.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, you see.
But 2 ticks. So I set a trail. Obviously, it hit on the bounce back, so I caught a little bit of it, but TP. I was hoping that I would come back and it would at least hit the first TP without hitting the trail, and then maybe catch the trail. on a pullback or whatever, because you know how they do. Bulls see an opportunity. Oh, the market's it's down 10 points. Okay, let me buy it right back up.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, kind of going back to what I was saying. So, I mean, you're in the right place. If you want to learn how to trade, you're in the right place. I mean, mistakes will be made. However, you're in the right place if you want to learn how to trade, man. We hold the target, baby. Either it hits our stop or it hits our target. That's it. There's no in between. No in between whatsoever. Because, yeah, you might live yourself with that pain of, oh man, I'm so glad that I took profits just for you to see it hit your target. But then let's just be honest, man. Let's be honest. You take your profits early, what are you going to do? You're going to re-enter. You're going to re-enter. Once, like, let's just say as an example, yesterday, I was up about $900 here. I walked away with like $2,200 yesterday. But if I took that $900, I left $1,100 on the table, I would have been pissed. I was like, yo, I'm supposed to have 11 extra $100 in this damn account. And y'all know I was down. I think I was down like nine, almost a grand yesterday. And I made that money back plus some. And I could have took that target there, but I was like, nah, I know it's going to get up here. I know it's getting back up into this range because the bears failed. I just had to be patient for it. So this happened at 10 o'clock, and I didn't get my target hit until 12. I just had to be patient. That's all that shit is. It's just being patient for it. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. Now, the shorts got it, yeah. But look at the bulls. They already coming back in on this. This is why I had to give up my bear card, man. This is why I got to give it up. Y'all bears are weak. Y'all don't even win anymore. The bears don't even win no more. Ah, shit, Smith, are you still in this short or you closed it or what's up? You got quiet.
No, I closed
Oh,
out.
you closed? Okay,
No,
okay.
I'm just listening. I muted myself. I'm just listening. Yeah, I closed it. Bears are. I wish I could have closed it in full profit down there. But I got pulled away. That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It does suck when people interrupt your real work to tell you, it's like, hey, we need this done. Like, no, this needs to get done first. Hit me up at 3:10? Or with Apex, you can stay until like 4 o'clock. Send me an email now, and after the market's closed, then yeah.
I'll get back with you.
How dare you? How dare you ask me to do my job? How dare you? You bastard. How dare you? How dare you ask me to do my job, you bastards? Uh, but yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bears. Look, I mean, that shit came to the bottom of this range. It traded what, 2 points away from it? What, about two, like 5 points? Yo, this is why, just hang it up. This is what bears are used for stops. That's what bears are used for. They get you excited, like, oh yeah, finally, yeah, begin the breakdown, baby. Yo, the Bulls took out all y'all work. These bears been shorting this market since 8:30. And in 5 minutes, they took out half of the work of the Bulls, yo. That is just diabolical, man. Or the Bears. That is just so diabolical. And this is what I'm talking about, people. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Congratulations to those that stayed in their shorts. But man, if you didn't get out of that short, look at this. And this is what I'm talking about. Crazy work, man. Crazy freaking work. Yep, that's correct, Tommy. See profit, take profit. Or Yeah. Crazy freaking work, man. Crazy work. But yeah, the one good thing about that. So honest, like I said, I think from here, I think from here, I think we're going to see that 8,300 level. Obviously, I don't think it's going to happen today. I mean, we only got like two more hours in this market, just about. I think the market closes at 12, so about 2 more hours. But overnight, I wouldn't try to short this. This is what I see right now. I see that. Actually, let me turn this chart trader off real quick. Let me turn it off real quick so I can show you guys. So I see this. Oh, crap. I really see this area right here of consolidation. All this price action right here. So this is when I saw this, and I saw this big green engulfing candle right here. If you see a candle like this where there's no wicks and price closes up to its top, this right here is what you would consider a signal that there's buyers in this area. We got to remember that candles mean something. And if I can remember correctly, I'm gonna actually show you guys who I learned price action from. So, I mean, you can learn it from me, but these guys right here, I'm not going to use their term and try to say like it's my own. That's why I'm showing it you guys. It's their term that they came up with, and this is how I trade. Uh, uh, Let me see, because they pop up on my feed sometimes, but they're dinosaurs though. That's why they're dinosaurs. It's not these guys. It's Man, it's been so freaking long. Yeah, master trader. It's this guy right here. Bar by bar analysis. These guys are dinosaurs though, but I learned price action from. And this is when I was trading options. I just transferred everything from options to futures, but these guys deserves way more than 23K subscribers because these guys know what they're talking about. But like I said, but they're old. That's probably why they're not really connecting with the new generations. They connect more with, I guess, the boomer generation. But anyway, uh, when you see a big engulfing candle like this, that's when you know that there's buyers. When you see these big red candles like this, that's when you know that there's sellers. You can see like you see a candle like this, that's when you know it's like, okay, yeah, it's safe to sell. You ain't a bull ain't gonna come back when you see a big red engulfing candle like that. Now there is an engulfing candle here, but you can see that even though price did come back to this, price did break the structure and eventually it did reach its target. So that's kind of like what I like to look for. You see this big red engulfing candle right here. This tells me that there's going to be sellers in this area. And what did we get? Sellers. So it's just stuff like that. They just have to really look at each candle, each bar itself, and really just understand what the hell is happening or have an idea of what's happening. I kind of figured that they'll come in at this area. Honestly, I figured that they'll come in at VWAP, but they didn't do that. But when I say that the bears are defying chart gravity, like every price action trader knows that when you see a lower low, then that's supposed to be a setup for the short. But that's not what's been happening lately. That's why bearish price action is just basically at this point non-existent. Look at this. The bears constantly made lower lows. And once we finally got that pop above, usually what happens is the bears will come back into this area and we'll get a short. That's usually how it happens, or usually how it works. But we're not getting that in this market at all. If you look at the higher time frame on the hourly chart, turn this off on the. We're getting lower lows, and the bulls are just buying this up. Lower lows, buying it up. Lower lows, buying it up. Without a double bottom retest or anything. They're just buying this damn thing up. That's why bears get no love. Like, look at this. Lower low, lower low. They bought it up. You got a lower low, and they bought it up. Without a double bottom retest or nothing. And then when the bears do get when they actually do get a victory, it's a crash down that gets immediately bought back up. So it's, like I said, it's hard out here for bears. And that's why I'm turning in my bear card. I'm trying to get in. Turning it in because obviously the money's to the bull side right now, and that's where the money is. So is anyone the profitable loser? Let's see who that is. The profitable loser. No, this is my first time actually hearing this person. If he actually has valuable information, then I would not mind listening to this guy. So the profitable loser. We're not going to really watch the whole video, but so it looks like he trades Forex. Profitable loser. Yeah, he's trading the Nasdaq 100. Hold on. I think I've seen this strat. Oh, is this? Let me see, because this is what they call like the railroad strategy or something like that. Train track strategy. I know, like in Forex. Talking to my brother, they got rain. Like they call it like the rail train tracks, railroad, whatever the hell you call it, strategy. Where, because he was doing that little box expansion thing. He says, Sherm, listen to the audiobook Fooled by Randomness. Let's look at that. You know we like reading books in here. I still read books every weekend, man. I still read books every weekend. Every weekend. I got over like, let me see how many books I have in my library, honestly. Yeah, I got so many books in my library, man. That's all I do is just read. Read. That's all I do. Okay, so Fooled by Randomness. All right, so let's see. All right, so, oh shit, I can add this to my library. So I'm gonna read this weekend. I'm gonna read this weekend. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jack. I'm gonna read it this weekend, and we can talk about it on Monday. Fooled by Randomness. All right, no problem. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish this book by this weekend. And yeah, I know somebody asked me about the best trading book yesterday, and I'm gonna actually repeat that here. I've read a lot of trading books, and I'll be the first to say that they're all bullshit, or they don't reflect the current markets. They don't reflect the current market. So it's and you can read it. It's your time. However, the markets do not reflect the current markets. It does not. They have quants. Actually, let me see if I can. Ever since this, I think it was this book I read right here. This is what changed my perception of the market. This is actually a good book to read. I'm actually going to probably read this book again because I read this book a while back when I didn't really have an understanding of the markets. But now that I have a better understanding, I think I need to revisit this book. But The Life as a Quant is a great book to understand how the financial markets work today, or at least gives you an idea of how they work. These banks, when they started hiring quants and the quote unquote pit traders, the real traders, we all know that they were beefing They was calling them quants. Quants was really a derogatory term in the trading space. It was like, oh, look at that quant. It's really a derogatory term. Now it's shit. If you ain't about this life right here, you ain't making money in these markets. Be a pit trader if you want. That's why the pits are probably majority of it's closed, because people are now using algorithms to trade these markets. These hedge firms that uses mathematics, they're dominating the space, and they're the reason why these markets are moving erratically the way that they are, because they use mathematical models to take trades versus using just straight technical analysis. But at the end of the day, it's still technical analysis at the end of the day. But these banks invested a lot of money in mathematicians, the same way that Google and all these tech companies, I don't want to use the word poach, but they get talent right out of college. They get talented people. They recognize talented people. That's why they have these competitions. So when you're coming up, they want the best of the best, and they want to grab you before you become, what's the word? Self-actualized, and realize that, oh shit, if Google's willing to pay me $500,000 a year, I wonder what the fuck I'm worth. But a lot of people are like, oh shit, Google wants to hire me for $500,000 a year? That's what I'm here for. My life is, my dream is to work at Google. You know, it's like honestly just a mindset like that. And these tech companies know that. Like these people know that there's a lot of people that will actually tell themselves that they were put on this earth to be an employee at Google versus you being put on this earth to self-actualize and actually grow and expand your own consciousness into this world. These guys know that, and that's why they do it. But going back to the point, these banks invested a lot of money in these people, a lot of money. These people either was going to be highly educated teachers at colleges, high schools, only making what, $40,000 to $50,000 a year, or they can be hired by these banks making multi-millions. What do you think that they did? I mean, it's obvious. Of course, they went to work at these banks and made mathematical models, move into algorithms to where now these algos are now trading for them and not necessarily traders. And then now we all know that the market maker is an algorithm now, or a lot of the market making is done by an algorithm, is how it should be said. So this is a great book. Listen to it. It's already been read for you. Listen to it. Understand that this is how the markets work now. That's why trading books, if they're not talking about quants, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But the best books, obviously, is the psychology books. I forgot which book it was. Which one? The Mental Game of Trade. I know that a lot of people. This is a good book, but like I said, it kind of already tells you what you already know. It doesn't give you. It identifies what you're going through, and this is where that term tilt trading comes from, or trading on tilt. However, it doesn't. I mean, you already know that about yourself. You should already know that what you're doing when you get into an emotional state. It doesn't necessarily tell you how to solve it. It just acknowledges that, okay, yeah, you're trading on tilt. At least that's my opinion. I know other people, they have their own opinions. However, I already know that I'm trading on tilt. I need a solution to that. I don't need somebody to tell me something I already know. Because we can tell ourselves that, yeah, we can just walk away from the charts, but who the fuck walks away from the charts being down 10 grand? Nobody. No fucking body. And if you know somebody that walks away from the charts being down 10 grand, shit, he needs to write a book and explain how the fuck he does that shit. Or her. Him or her. How the fuck you do that? Because if somebody can walk away and say, yeah, I just lost 10 grand today. I'll come back tomorrow. The fuck? But I mean, we'll come back tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I don't need somebody to sell me a fairy tale. I want solutions. I want solutions to problems. I don't want to feel good. I want fucking solutions. Um, Forgot which book. The Biggest Loser Wins. This is also like a mindset book. So actually, let me rephrase that. These are mindset books. I think that's a better way to describe. These are mindsets. Mindsets. They don't give you solutions to your problem, but they can help you form a mindset when you get into trading. I think that's the word that would best describe what these books do. Great books, it just doesn't solve your problem, but it does build a great mindset. Um, but obviously, from experience, writing in your journal is going to be the best way to actually begin to work towards getting over emotional hijacking because your mind does the same shit over and over again, and we fall for it over and over again, and it doesn't change until you adjust. It doesn't change until you adjust. You write in your journal that, hey, I did this again. I said that I wasn't going to short this market, and I shorted it again. And you keep writing yourself down, and when you read it, that emotion you feel of disgust is like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that shit again. I can't believe I did that. But if you don't hold yourself accountable, you don't write it in your journal, you don't tell yourself that you're still making the same mistakes over and over and over again, you're going to keep doing it. You're just going to keep doing it. You're just going to keep doing it. And like this, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, man. See, the Bears
Yo,
got,
Bears got no leg to stand on. They are super weak.
yeah, this is why I would not take shorts, yo. Man, I'm basically along the fucking top, yo. That's what's fucking crazy, man. That's what's crazy. That's what's freaking crazy. And now I did get stopped out of one of my contracts, or 15 contracts, but obviously I got back in and I'm up 9 points. Like, man, you Bears are weak. You didn't get back short. You didn't get back in short, right? You went long.
Yeah, I went long.
These fucking Bears are weak, man. Weak.
It's super weak, bro. I should just call it here. I mean, because this volume is super. We already know what would have happened if we had regular volume, but I might just have to take this dub. And so I was in here listening the majority of the time, and yeah, that's super true what you were saying. Repeating the same mistakes. Like I repeated the same mistake yesterday. Yeah, that yesterday was a full on tilt foolishness day.
Mm.
And yeah, like I said, it was all psychological because I had called out the right direction but didn't take it, and I basically inversed myself.
Yeah. And versus Smith, find out.
I found out. I didn't follow the charts. I was just like, nah. And then I ended up getting clapped on all sides. It was just crazy. I'm like, you know what? That sucks. Like you said, I lost 10 grand. I'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Actually, no, I didn't say that because I knew today was going to be a holiday day, short market. But that's funny though. Funny you said that. Oh man.
Hey, as long as you didn't blow, I mean, shit, you live to trade another day. Like, well, obviously, I haven't read this book, Trading for a Living. I haven't read it. I'll read it. I'll actually, let me see if I can get it for free. Well, it's not free. I'm paying for it. Um, I'll listen to it. Trading for a Living. I'll listen to it. But I mean, I know a lot of people not talk about it. What's his name? Carmine really talks about this book, The Daily Trading Coach. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I can only stand about like a chapter of this book because when that magical thinking, I know some people need that. I'm I'm more of a realist. I don't want to be pacified. Now, I'm not saying don't read this book. Carmine is a great trader. He's a great trader. He's actually one of the people that helped me along my journey. I've watched his videos. Obviously, his style of trading is not necessarily my style of trading anymore, but he is one of the people that was along my journey. And yeah, he's shown that he knows what the hell he's doing. He trades his style and he's profitable. And he recommends this book. Like I said, I don't need somebody to sprinkle rainbows and butterflies. Just tell me what the fuck I need to know. I don't need none of that shit. So if that's something that you need, then this is a good book. But from what I've well, I guess the reason why I didn't want to listen to it because he was talking about himself. Like, motherfucker, I'm not reading this book to listen to what the hell you go through. God damn it. And so he was talking about his family and stuff like that. Obviously, he was trying to illustrate points, but I'm not here to listen about your damn daughter or who the fuck you're trying to talk about. I want to know how to solve my problems, not yours. I don't care about your shit. But like I said, I mean, if that's what you need, examples, it's a good book. But I just couldn't get through it. But the idea that I took from this is that you really kind of have to be your own coach. You have to really separate yourself and really hold yourself accountable for your actions. If you're not holding yourself accountable, that right there, that one small piece of information is going to be your downfall if you don't hold yourself accountable. That's why you will always hear me say, if I lose, I will say that, you know what, that's my fault. I should have did this. This is what I did. I was hoping this would work. I want to always be upfront and real with myself so I don't fall into the habits of lying to myself. I don't like that shit. So that's kind of what I think the author wanted to the information or the mindset that he wanted to pass on to his readers, and that's what I took. I didn't finish this book. Like I said, I don't like that kind of. I just want to be told what I need to do. That's it. I don't need to listen to stories. Just don't. But okay, so I will read the randomness book, and if I have the time, I will see if let's see if it's on YouTube. Maybe it's on YouTube because I know a lot of audiobooks is on YouTube. Trading for a living. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll listen to this. Let me save this. Save the watch later. I'll save that. I'll listen to that. Yeah, we all know what's going to happen tomorrow. This is already the setup. This is the setup. We're going to get a breakout of this range. I mean, we're already breaking out. You see that they've held the bottom of this range. Excuse me. They held the bottom of this range. They swept the liquidity. They're making their move higher. They're going to probably do this right here. We're going to probably get an initial pullback, probably somewhere in this range. We don't know yet. We just got to see. But wherever they find support, stop below this low for a move up higher would be a great risk reward long. We already know what the hell the bull's about to do tomorrow because they already setting this shit up. They setting it up. Now, if the Bears want to be successful here, if the Bears want to be successful, they have to hold off this high. They have to hold off this range. So basically, they have to hold off this whole area. This whole area right here is where the Bears going to have to defend. And this is why. Because we all know what's above these highs. We know what's above the highs. So if the Bears fail to hold off the Bulls in this area, then we're going to see this. We're going to see the Bulls using their stops to push this market higher. We're going to see this pullback. And from this area, either the Bulls are going to push off or we're going to trade back into this range. But we already know what's more likely to happen. It's this price action is more likely to happen than this. So the Bears have a lot of work cut out for them. We all know that they're going to fail though, or we know that it's highly likely for them to fail. And Matt Moxie, I was actually going to say that. I was going to say that. Yeah, Smith, I don't know what it is, man. You get to a certain number, then it's just something in your mind just says, yeah, reset, 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 reset. Yeah, Smith, we all do that, man. We all do that. That's why we had the joke that shit, P&L is just extra drawdown. P&L is just extra drawdown. I mean, that's just how we see it. It's like, shit, it's just extra drawdown. Yeah, we all go through it. My mental block, my mental, and kind of actually, let me, I guess I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into why the failing part. I'm gonna allow myself to kind of fail somewhat, a controlled failure, is because just the same way that Smith has the block somewhat, like when you see that big P&L, and then I guess whatever clicks in your mind, it's the same thing with me. It's once I defeat something, once I overcome something, I don't want to do it anymore. The way that my mind is wired is once I've conquered something, I want to move to the next thing. I don't want to stay rooted in one thing. So my main goal for wanting to continue to trade, once I got all those payouts with U Profit and Top Step, I just kind of lost the interest in trading for a payout. And that's why, and I've noticed that, once I get close to like a pay, not necessarily in my funded account, but I do see myself doing this in the funded account as well, is that I'll have all these winning days, and then I get close to that payout, and then I wipe out. And I know that that's not unique to me. I know a lot of people experience that. However, there's something that clicks in my mind. It's like, dude, I really don't want this anymore. It's like, I want to conquer something else. I want to move on to the next thing. But then my pride and ego is like, no, I want to continue to do this. So this whole, not necessarily trying to fall in love with trading again, but something new to conquer. If I understand and learn this market and be able to and transfer this information to other people, that'll be something else for me to conquer. And that's what's going to allow me to fall in love with trading, or not necessarily fall in love with it, but give it more purpose and then getting a payout. Because initially it was just the payouts. That's what I was trading for. Now that I don't necessarily need the payouts, or I no longer care for the payouts, or the payouts is not motivating enough for me anymore, I needed to find new purpose in trading. And that's the main reason why I took a hiatus from trading my PA accounts. But now I'm at that point now where it's like, okay, we're past I think I have the market. I have an understanding of the market. I have a working knowledge of it. Now it's to the point now where it's like, okay, let's build an account. I'm not going for the payout, or at least the focus is not the payout, but I can tell myself that this is helping other people for a payout, or this is helping other people, just to give it purpose. And that's my mental block, is if something doesn't have a purpose in me doing it, then I'm not doing it. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I'm just not going to do it. And so that's just been my goal with my channel. Smith, I mean, shit, he's driven for that payout. You can see it. He gets into the market, he trades, he takes the risk, he gets paid for his risk, and yeah, that's his driving factor, and you can see it. But for some reason, every time he gets to that number, maybe he's experiencing the same thing, and I'll allow him to explain why he wants that. But Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's the same thing. He said it's why traders trade, no other reason to trade but the cash. No, 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 I am definitely not lying about that gain weight. Like I said, my life right now, I mean, extra money is just money, man. Extra money is just money. Now, if this was an older version of myself, the grinding version, then yeah, you'll be definitely true. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a trillionaire, but I'm just not driven by my lifestyle's good, it's solidified, my family's good, everything's taken care of. My job is not challenging. Like when I'm on this stream with you guys, technically I'm on the clock. I mean, I have a lot of freedom. I mean, what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? So the money is not a motivating factor for me anymore. Not at this point in my life. Not at this point. Work from home, so shit, I got a car that I don't drive. I still got only 30,000 miles in that car, and I bought it in 2020 because I don't drive to work. I don't drive anywhere anymore. My office is in my home. I'm comfortable. I don't have to go out and eat because I can cook at home, take care of my kids. My daughter's in another room. It's what more can you really ask for? So the money is just not as motivating to me at all. That's why it's just not, or it's, I don't want to use the word motivating. It's just no purpose. There's no purpose in it. And as a man, we need purpose. That's what drives us men. We need purpose in life. And we don't have to like it, but we can look around and see the people that don't have purpose in their life, and you can see the results of that. And that's just not going to ever be me. I don't like the results of people that just lose their purpose or they lose a yeah, I guess I'll just keep it at that. I don't like that. I need purpose. I need something that's going to keep me motivated to be better, to drive further, to run past that finish line and keep going. And that's what I look for in life. Solve problems, stuff like that. Mm. All right, my bad. Can't wait. You said sounds like you want to experience, want the experience of trading, not necessarily the money. When the money is why traders trade. Okay. Yeah, I like the honestly like yeah, I like yeah, you're right about that. The experience of trading. I think I said this previously, but my ego loves being right. That's what drives me. That's just that perfectionist that's a that perfectionist part of my personality. Just being right, being a perfectionist. And I just like trading. I don't necessarily like the money. I just like the trading part of it, honestly. Well, obviously, if I would, like I said, if it was a previous version of me where, okay, you need the money to elevate, yeah, blah, 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 yeah, obviously that's different, but that's not my situation at the moment, or shit it will ever be at, honestly, at this point. Failure at this point in reality will be unacceptable to me. Unacceptable. And miss your target again, Smith? Okay. No, honestly, I had to be completely honest, man. That looks like a freaking short setup, man. That looks like a short setup. That looks like a short setup. Yeah, that looks like a short setup right there. I think this is actually a good for those that like when people talking about a confirmation of a short setup and stuff like that. You actually draw this out so you can start to see these patterns. I see them on the short side. On the long side, I don't necessarily see them. I usually when I take a long, I'm looking more for support, but I can see a short setup. But usually when people are talking about confirmation of a short, I mean, you got this move up. Obviously, the bulls are in control. They have a pullback, and right underneath this pullback are their stops right there. And as they try again to take out this high, if price fails to take out this high right here, that's when people say, oh, this is a confirmed short, and price begins to trade to the downside. However, what they really need to do is actually wait for a break of that structure. And then when price does this, that's the short right there. But I'm not waiting for all that. I'm getting in right here because there's no need to wait for all this because your entry's right here. And normally what people do is put their stop above this high. And majority of the time, this will work. You'll get this straight leg down, and that's a great short opportunity right there. However, what I've seen the market likes to do is, okay, when it's low liquidity especially, it'll do this. It'll make this pattern. It'll show that it's going to break. It'll go below that low, get people sucked in, and then do this. It'll run that high and then drop. So when I see a double top, I'm taking it here at this double top, or maybe a tick below it or above it, because I know the market sometimes like to do this, and then you'll get that drop because everybody likes to wait for this break of structure first, that retest, and then get in short. But I would rather have my profits up here versus my profits starting down here because now I have all this risk potentially to the against me. But I mean, the reward is still good. But I would rather have my risk reward looking like this. I'd rather have my reward looking like this and my risk looking like that. I would rather have that. But I know a lot of traders like to do this. So, I mean, it's really up to you to decide how you want to trade. But I'd rather have the first one, obviously. Uh, yeah, well, we're trading with simulated money. So the psychology is different. Now, if I'm trading with my real money, then obviously everything I'm saying would change. Everything. If I'm trading with my real money, then we can make the assumption that we're trading to build my wealth. I'm using my money and I'm sending it out to make more money and to bring back what they say, money friends. I'm sending my money out to war and hopefully they're bringing back money friends. So that's obvious. So if from that perspective, gain weight, you're absolutely right. You can tell that that's my goal because I'm putting my real money in the market. But obviously, or for a majority of people that's here, they're trading simulated money. So the psychology is going to be different. The psychology is you're trading for a payout because you can have $20 million in your simulated account, but obviously the goal is to get paid out from that account, not necessarily to build your wealth from that account. So that's just the difference. And I guess I'm glad you said that to make it clear, because I didn't really think that I should make that clear, honestly. But yeah, to make that very clear, in these simulated accounts, the goal is to get a payout, not to build your wealth. But if you're putting your own money into the market, then yeah, your goal is definitely to build your wealth using disposable income to do so. Money that you can afford to lose, not money that you need for your rent and stuff like that. I don't think we get there. Actually, so I'm looking at Bookmap. Technically, we already got there. We already got the 250. We got there at 8:30 this morning, technically. And I think we was like 4 points away from it right here at 9 o'clock. Yeah. So technically, we already hit that 250 level, technically. But I don't think, I mean, the market is going to be open for the next hour and 30 minutes. I think it's 1 o'clock. I think the market's closed at 12 o'clock Central Time. Let me actually look at the email. I think we close at 12 o'clock. Yeah, we close at 12 o'clock. You said, so show me the simulated chart data. What does that mean? The simulated chart data. What is that? What are you referring to on that? Simulated chart data. Oh yeah, and for some reason, I don't know if it's MFF, but you see like how sometimes it turns orange and stuff like that. During that day where we had that massive run up, and I ain't gonna lie, I completely went tilt after that. I tried shorting the market and I blew that account. Oh man, I was just so pissed. Oh man, I was pissed about that. What day was that? I think it was this day. All right, no, I was on the ES. That was the ES. What day was that? It was that Friday. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that. All that run up pissed me off because I wasn't allowed to move my target. But when price, I'm not gonna look for it. But as an example, so that one Friday where the market traded to the downside, and then out of nowhere the market had that massive move up. Yeah, we'll just use this as an example. We'll just use it as an example. So that day, we had that massive drop, and the market was grinding down the entire day. And out of nowhere, towards the end of the day, the market took out that whole entire move and traded to the upside. I had a long position at the bottom, and I wanted to move my take profit because I thought at that time the market was going to trade to that 45.50 level. But for some reason I wasn't able to update my target. But I was like, well, shit, maybe because it wouldn't let me move the target, maybe it's not there for her. Maybe it won't register. Man, price hit my target so fast, and I was like, damn, I was at the bottom, and this is where I went tilt because I was at the bottom, and I only took a small piece of that move. when we all know the market moved up 70 points for no reason at the end of the day. And then as the market kept going up, I was like, I'm gonna get my revenge on the market. Even though the market did nothing wrong to me, it was for whatever reason, when I tried to move my target, it wouldn't register. I tried shorting the market, shorting the market, shorting the market. And there was times where I was profitable, but obviously when you're in the mindset that you lost a whole lot of money, you need to make it back. This small move right here wasn't going to be enough. It was not going to be enough. And I remember it clearly. I was up $1,100 because I was over leveraged. I was up $1,100. I could have closed it because I still had that move from earlier. I could have just closed it, and I just didn't do it. And then the market grinded up. Now, this is just an example because I remember the price action. And I tried shorting it, blew the account, and I was like, fuck. And those are just one of the learning experiences that, when I sit back and I take accountability for what I did, allowing myself to get emotionally hijacked, I'm allowing myself to trade on tilt. Those are the things that I just really sit down and really think about. Damn, what the fuck just happened? I was in profit. And when I look at my losses, it's because I go tilt. I go tilt for like the strangest reasons for sometimes. It's a tantrum. It's just, we call it a tilt, but it's really us throwing a tantrum for real, because that's what I did. I try to revenge the market, try to short it, over leverage, try to get back what I lost or what I perceived that I lost because I was green on the day. So I went from green to blown account. Like I said, those are not my best showings. I will say that. But I'm like I said, stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to prevent from happening. I have to accept my losses. I have to continue to journal. I have to continue to manage my risk. And I'm getting to the point now where it's like, if I get into a position, I'm not even going to move my stop anymore, because sometimes I'll move my candle, or I'll move the stop to like underneath the candle or a low. And I'll probably still continue to do that. But in reality, if I'm getting into a position, price shouldn't even be getting near my stop. Honestly, it shouldn't even be getting near my stop. But I've been using my stop as kind of like a crutch to kind of get into a move, absorb some, like if I made a mistake, if I got in too early, okay, I can absorb it, maybe absorb some more of the bears or whichever side I'm trading on, and hopefully the price will get into my go in my direction. But now it's going to get to the point to where if I'm getting in at an area, I shouldn't be getting in unless price is going to be nowhere near my stop, not necessarily even using any drawdown or price getting close to my stop at all. And I'm that dollar cost averaging into a losing position. I've stopped doing that. What I'm trying to do now is figure out a smart way how to actually dollar cost average into a winning position, like adding on a pullback and stuff like that. That's the next thing I want to learn how to successfully do, is learn how to add on to a winning position and not add into a losing position. And I know, and kind of going back to your question, gain weight. It's the only reason why I'm sharing this is, first off, I want to be real with myself. I need to hear myself say some of the foolish shit I be thinking, because everything that you say in your mind, it makes sense. When you're by yourself, you're like, oh yeah, some stupid ass shit. You can convince yourself of it, but when you say it out loud in front of other people, and it just really sounds stupid when you say it out loud. It's like, God damn, that shit's stupid. So I mean, that's like one of the main reasons why I do it. And second, like I said, the one thing that helped me out was, the people that actually made themselves vulnerable and exposed some of their inner thoughts so other people can hear them. A lot of people say, you know what, I thought the same thing. And now they can see that those thoughts, they're not true or that they're stupid. And just hearing somebody else say it can kind of help people get over certain humps. I know it helped me a lot. It got me over a lot of mental traps that I kept falling into because I was the only person to reference. And if you got your own self to reference, then it's highly likely for you to fall into your same traps that you set for yourself. But when you hear other people say the same stupid shit that you were thinking about, and they were able to overcome it, and they actually gave you a way to avoid that trap, that's very helpful. I mean, it's been very pivotal in my life, very pivotal. And so that's what my goal is when I really start to expose my inner thoughts so other people can take it and use it and help them along their way. That's my goal. But yes, we are trading the market in an assimilated environment. But I don't think our orders hit the real market though. I think the only people that's trading in a simulated live environment is obviously Top Step's live account. If these prop firms put you in a live environment where your markets are actually hitting the market, then yeah, your trades will work, yeah. Or you'll have an effect on the market for real. But yeah, you're right though. I mean, the mindset of simulated traders is just getting a payout. We don't necessarily care about building our wealth. We're just trying to get to a payout, and that's it. But yeah, going back to the charts, like yo, that's rest in peace, Bears. Y'all can't get a win. Oh, gain weight. Sim to funded solutions. Sim to funded solutions. Did you hug your bear friends this weekend? Sim to funded solutions. Do you now know how the bears feel? Did you hug your bear friends? You say, you know what? Now I know how it feels. I know what you guys been experiencing this whole time. A sim to funded solutions. He says after you did the homework on all the sim firms, then you too come start a prop firm. I mean, so I'm starting to see a trend where a lot of traders are doing that. I do see that trend where a lot of traders are now starting their own prop firms and stuff like that. At least on the forex side. I haven't seen it on the future side yet, but I have seen that on the future side. I do know that the main reason why these prop firms are profitable is because only 10% of traders get the payout. However, however, they find somebody like shit. Smith is shit. Like I said before, I'm surprised they have yet to find a reason to ban Smith. Dude, he copy trades all his accounts, and he's getting like 10, 20K payouts at one time. I'm just so surprised that they don't try to ban him because you run into a trader like that that's driven to get these payouts and that knows what the fuck they're doing. That 10% could clean you out. And I am starting to see a lot of these prop firms not able to keep up with their profitable traders. because there's not enough people failing to pay the ones that are getting the payouts. So instead of, that's why I think a lot of these prop firms now adjust their rules for consistency now. So where you have to be consistent, so you can't get a windfall trade and then hit daily loss limit, get another windfall trade, hit daily loss limit. And then when it's time to get paid out, you still get that 20K, 30K payout because all you did was get a windfall trade, hit daily loss limit, got lucky and on another day, and you still got the payout.
Hello?
Yeah, what's
Can you
up?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Got back. How much time we got left in the market?
We got like an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour 20. I think I'm about to call it here because this. I'll
Yeah.
take 2K. In this price action, I'll take that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, on 3 contracts, we got 12 points. I mean, we lost 15 contracts, but yeah. But yeah, I'm going to probably close it in the next 15 to 20 minutes myself. We're going to close it. At least we got a trade in. I mean, like I said, I would have never dreamed of taking a trade like this because the risk to reward on a trade like this
Ran away.
is, I mean, it's working, but this is my reward versus all this risk. You will never see me take a trade like this. Never see me take a trade like this. And to kind of be clear, because I want to be clear, I know that having a stop underneath this low, that's how usually people would trade. They would take this long, have their stop underneath this low to retest this high. But again, even if you use that, when I use this block to represent my risk, this represents the possibility that the market can make a full rotation down and retest lows or trade back into this range before possibly going up higher. So I want to be clear about when I make risk reward annotations. When I take a trade, I want for the market to potentially do this and potentially do that, not the other way around. So you'll never see me take this long. I will always look for a short opportunity in a situation like this where the market has this much potential for downside and only this much potential for upside. So I want to make that clear. But hey, scalps work too. Our boy Smith has definitely demonstrated that scalps do work. They do work. He manages his risk. Oh, wow. He does manage his risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually know when I'm wrong. But then, all the symptoms kick in, the hopium.
Yeah.
He's going till the first stage is hopium. You get back to it. You tell yourself it can get back to your break even. If this sounds like you, please call. The Nasdaq Anonymous helpline.
Nasdaq Anonymous. And I'm addicted
Do
to
you
the
find
NQ.
yourself singing to the NQ, "Baby Come Back"?
Are you referring to the Nasdaq as your toxic girlfriend, wife, significant other?
You, my friend, are addicted to the NQ. Seek help.
Have you called the Nasdaq a bitch 20 times in the last 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Gotta have that in there.
Yeah, that is funny. But yeah, all jokes aside, the first day I destroy my workstation will be the last day that I will trade. I've told myself that if I ever destroy my laptop, my monitor, my keyboard, whatever tool I use to trade, if I destroy it, that will be the last, and I mean that shit. I mean it. I mean it. And I haven't done it because myself knows I mean that shit. You want to get that high from trading, you destroy my laptop, you want to get emotionally hijacked, and you want to destroy our workstation that we paid money for, we will never trade another day in our lives. And that's just and I mean that shit. Because the only reason why I've told myself that is because obviously growing up, when you play video games and stuff like that and you lose, you throw your controller against the wall and it breaks and you have to go out and buy a new one. And I did that shit. I've done that. And I was not going to allow that kind of behavior to transfer over, throwing a tantrum because you lose. So I told myself, you ever destroy a laptop out of anger, my monitor out of anger, anything out of anger, or breaking it, period, that'll be the last day we trade. We're not doing that shit. I can do it in my mind. I can imagine me throwing my laptop against the wall in my mind. If I do that shit in reality, that'll be the last time I do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says no, I didn't have. Well, Gangway, you need to call them. You need to hug them and say, I feel your pain. I went short when the market should have went short, and we had that parabolic move up. And now you know how us bears feel when it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, where the hell did that come from? yo, yo, look at all the people that shorted here at 20K. You know that, like, you can see it. Like, look at the price action. Look how many times, like, this is why price action will always be king, man. You can always look back at your chart and see the psychology. The psychology is always on the charts. The psychology is on the charts, baby. Look at this. People tried shorting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times at this 20K level and got, ugh. And this is how bears feel, gain weight. I know it's been a while since you shorted, and you said that you ain't gonna short in the next 8 years. That's how bears feel, and then they have to sit here and watch their stops get used to
That's
push this market higher. You said what?
8 years is crazy. That's crazy work. Market Edge, I have heard of them. That new prop firm that's on the market. They do like direct funding, direct to funded. You don't got to do an eval.
Really? How much you paying for that?
Of course, it's more expensive. Yeah, it's gonna be higher.
Mm.
It's a new firm on the block. All these firms just popping up everywhere.
Yep. And that's why I be on. Oh shit! Like I said, I only stick to the people that's been in this game. I ain't trying to get caught up in this. They'll pay out the new people. It's a Ponzi scheme. If there's no real backing to it, they use the old people to pay the new people, or they'll pay the new people to pay the old people. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is actually so. Hold on. Which one is it? You said this goes straight from. There's no eval, so this is I mean, this is pretty cheap if this is
Yeah,
true.
that should be their yeah, those should be their plans, and that should be I think that's what I read. Yeah, you go straight to funding, pay the one time fee. I don't think they have monthly fees either.
They don't. Okay, well, shit. Hey, if anybody wants to take that one for the team, if I know Matt Monksy likes to.
Yeah.
Matt Monksy and Alfred likes to try these guys out. And shit, they say this legit, then you know it is. Trading rules. Let's
Oh,
see
they
what they
already
got.
signed up.
No, I'm just saying like if they did, because I know that Matt Monksy and Alfred likes doing that a lot.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah.
They always coming up with a new prop firm. So like, yeah, they're doing a new deal. Yeah, we got paid out. And shit, they got the Mad Moxie and Alfred approval. They got the approval.
Yeah. That's all you need right there. We got our money.
So there's no monthly fees. Yeah, an affiliate program. Does not offer refunds of any kind. Neither express nor implied. We reserve the right to cancel any trading account for violations for any reason. Nasty. But that's every prop firm though. They're just very more upfront with it though. This we allow traders from virtually every country in the world, except for Afghanistan, China, Russia, Belarus, Cuba, Iran, Iraq, Libya. It's basically anything that's not the West. Our corporate headquarters is in Orlando. Instant funding refers to a trading model that does not include any evaluation, combine, or practice steps of any kind. When fast tracking trading and first purchase a trading account, virtual funds are deposited into the account and trading for profit is available immediately. So how do they make their money? Let's look at the withdrawal. There's a payout policy.
Yeah, they do have a 20%.
Yeah, 20%. Mm. Okay, so they took a top set model but added an extra $50 to it. Okay, so they took top sets model and they took an Apex model, a bi-weekly payout. So I mean, honestly, if these new guys are just copying the old guys, you might as well just stick with the old guys. But I mean, it is fun to try the new guys out, I guess. Uh, okay. Smith, are you consider trying these guys too?
Absolutely
Why not?
not. Really? I need, I don't know, because I need to know that they can make their payments. Yeah, I don't want to be the guinea pig in that.
I mean, in order for their model to work, they got to pay out the first people. They got to pay them out. They got to pay the first people out. It's if you get in too late, that's when it's like you don't want to be the last person. You kind of want to be the
Yeah,
first
that's
people in
true.
this situation. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because we all know what happened to the funded trader. For a while, they were the one Forex prop firm that a lot of people was like, damn, we can finally have a futures prop firm that we can trust. And they went the same way. They went the way of MFF. They went the same way. It was diabolical. Diabolical, man. No accountability. Just it's like, you know what? Hey, we can't make the payments no more. Tough shit. Fuck anybody that had a pending payout. We're not gonna pay it. But I guess that's the wild, wild
Because
west of
they,
Forex trading.
that's because they was buying alcohol and cocaine with people's payouts. You got a young dude, the CEO over there. They down in Miami and stuff buying cocaine and alcohol with people's payout money. Like, get out of here, man. That's wild.
Yeah, it was, man. It definitely was. That's why I was like, you know what? Mm, mm.
It's like what's that? What was that? Sam Bankman Fried or whatever his name.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
clones, same thing. Way more money involved in that.
yeah. Honestly, I mean, well, let me be very clear. We don't encourage violence, but he fucked with a lot of people's money. Though he better be glad that he is only in prison or wherever the hell he's at. He better be glad that's the only thing that's happened to him because technically he was outside the United States. He was fucking with a lot of people's money. and he fucked with a lot of people's reputation. A lot of people don't get
Yeah,
away
all
with
them
that.
celebrities that back them.
Mm-hmm.
You had Steph Curry. I don't know if Shaq was one of them. I can't remember. Maybe Shaq. I can't remember. Tom Brady for sure.
Mm-hmm. Even did a
On
TikTok.
celebrity. Yep.
Like, dude, once I saw that interview with that girl, I was like, dude, I just knew it was gonna like when she said that, yeah, we don't use
Yep.
a stop loss. I was like, yo, no fucking way, no, no, no way.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then,
The
you
stop
know,
loss.
you
Nah,
know, it's crazy because
what's
the two
that?
dudes looked at her was like, why the fuck did you just say that stupid shit? Why? It was in the
Yeah.
body language, dude. If my money was in it, as soon as I heard that, I was like, you know what? I need my money. I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need a full withdrawal before they
I'm gonna need that.
before y'all go up. That's crazy.
I know, dude. That's crazy. We don't use a stop loss at
Billions of
all. It's like, really? In the futures market? Yeah, I mean, not in the Forex and crypto market? Really?
crypto. Yeah, Forex and crypto. That's outrageous.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's crazy, man. Because, I mean, everybody's crypto strategy is to dollar cost average and hold. That's the strategy that I've seen that people like to employ when trading crypto. Dollar cost average and hodl, baby. Uh, but yeah, anybody that's a crypto trader, you know, like when it's your own money, yeah, you don't put a stop loss because eventually all you got to do is really wait for it to come back. Because, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people took their lives, unfortunately, when Bitcoin did this the first time. When Bitcoin did this the first time, when it got to like the 69, hold on, was this? Yeah. When it did it the first time and we had that massive drop, a lot of people killed themselves because of that, because of this drop, because they put all their money at the top. And unfortunately, they didn't get a recovery for real, until 3 years later. So when you're talking about not putting a stop loss in crypto, yo, yeah, I'm gonna need my money back because obviously you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because look at this drop. It took 3 years just to recover that. And please, people, I mean, you can always get your money back, man. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. You can always get your money back. You can't get your life back. You can't get your money back. Even if, I mean, if you look on World Star Bets, people are blowing their life savings all the time. And I mean, we all know the situation sucks. It sucks. We know it sucks, man. And it feels like the world is coming to an end and it's hard. It's challenging. But if you go on that forum, you'll see that it sucks, but you can laugh about it. You can joke about it. Because let's be real, you should never be full porting your life savings into anything, first and foremost. But if you do that, then you should know that you're gambling. And you should understand that there is a highly likely that you'll lose. You look on World Star Bets, only sometimes you see the green, but more often than not, you see the red. So it's nothing to take your life over just because you put all your money into a gamble. You listen to foolish people that said that Bitcoin is going to 100K, knowing that we have a government that wouldn't benefit off of Bitcoin going to 100K. And the reason why we had that drop is because the government actually passed a crypto law. That was the first reason why we had that drop. When everything in crypto was exploding, and then they passed that crypto law, and that's when we saw that massive drop in crypto. And I don't think the crypto market has really recovered from that, honestly. But there was no way that the government was going to allow Bitcoin to get up to 100K. without them benefiting from that. No way. Mm. But all right. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut it here. Um, we got one more hour in the market, and obviously the market is not it's not doing, but we will still have the NA meeting at 11 o'clock. Um, like I said, this is a short. This is a classic short setup right here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a dump. I wouldn't be surprised. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulls actually break out above these highs, honestly. Bears don't get no love in this market, so um yeah. Smith, if you're still there, you got anything to add?
No, I closed out of my position a while ago. I'm done. I'll
Mm,
take the dub. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to work.
yeah. Okay. All right,
Do it again
guys.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow, man. Let's definitely do this again tomorrow. But all right, appreciate y'all guys joining, and we'll do this again. Peace out.
All right, peace.